Greetings and blessings, blessings and greetings, blessed souls. And if you're wondering why you're blessed, please just check out Genesis chapter 9, verse 1 to see who the Most High blessed coming out of the ark, Noah and his three sons and their wives and his wife. Live with me in this unique first time, and hopefully not the only time, but a continuing time into eternity with my good friend and brother, reggae recording artist, and an act you should soon catch whenever he comes to your neighborhood, and you're in his neighborhood. If you're in his neighborhood in California, Joseph Israel, who not only is an excellent recording artist, he's a good friend of mine, and I'm not too humble to admit, and I'm not only not too humble to admit, I am happy to say and share with the rest of you blessed souls that Joseph and his wife of valor, Christina, have been fitness and nutritional guides for me for the last 3 years, and I humbly testify before the heavens and earth that I haven't followed all of their advice, but the advice that I have followed, and the latest advice that I've been following is I started to ingest spirulina in tablet form, as well as hemp protein. I have experienced not only a discernible loss in weight, but an increase in muscle mass and stouter health. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce everyone, blessed souls, to you all, to Joseph Israel. Joseph, shalom.
Shalom, shalom, everybody. I'm glad to be here, Brother Dunn. It's always a joy to talk to you, and what a joy to talk to all the people that tune into your YouTube channel. And, it's a blessing to be here.
Thank you, Joseph. Now, Joseph, you are a recording artist who also goes on the road, and that must be pretty hectic on one's health. Can you describe some of the rigors and the difficulties of traveling and trying to maintain optimum health, and how you have overcome those rigors by making very tangible changes in your diet?
Yes, well, I guess I started touring about 7 years ago, touring a lot. And those 2 years of touring, I ended up kind of having a hard time with losing my voice or my throat getting too sore. And those type of things I was experiencing, wasn't getting enough vitamins. I actually went and had some tests done, and I realized that I was mineral deficient. And I began to study. I realized, what is wrong? What's wrong with my health? I seem to be. I'm trying to eat organic. I'm trying to eat according to Torah, but I still wasn't reaching the health that I knew I was supposed to have. And so I began to study and realizing the effects of raw food on the body, because when you cook the food, it destroys a lot of the enzymes and a lot of the beneficial nutrients. The way you can absorb it is lost. So I began to apply the understanding to eat raw fruits and vegetables as much as possible, and I began to eat as much greens as I could, and I just kind of I stopped eating any sugar, and even for a while, even honey or anything, just to allow my body to cleanse away from any of those type of things that cause mucus. Now I eat honey. I love honey. It's great for you. But that's probably the only sugar that I put into my body. So I began to use the raw foods and the live raw foods, and it made me feel so good. And I eventually, my throat, even if it gets hoarse, I would never lose my voice. And now I've been able to, I've been tested, and I'm not mineral deficient like I was, and my body's responding, and I'm able to get stronger, and I've been able to rest better and perform longer. My endurance is so much more, and basically, when you eat the raw foods, I've been able to eat less because you're getting more out of the less foods, because you're getting more nutrition.
Very good points. Now, when you eat the raw, are you primarily eating organic raw, or it's a mixture?
Well, as always, you gotta try to, I try to do 99% organic. I get organic first. Every once in a while, I'll end up in a spot on the road where you can't go to organic, and
Right.
I go for the, conventional. But I always stay away from genetically modified food. I would never eat that, and that's a whole other thing. But everyone should watch out for the genetically modified foods that they're trying to slip in on us. And America is one of the only countries that's accepting it, and allowing it to come in on people. But yeah, mostly organic. I mean, and then, I farm at my house. I grow all my own kale and greens. But when I'm on the road, we kind of, the band, they kind of laugh. We go from health food store to health food store.
Beautiful. Joseph, one of the things that I think is important, along with the change in nutritional intake, which again, due to the great advice that you and your wife Christina give me, I mean, you guys turned me on to flaxseed crackers, flaxseed oil. I've tried hemp butter, which is not a milk-based butter, but actually, I don't even know how they do it, but from Canada, they made this delicious, buttery, nutty type of hemp, and I've been taking hemp protein. I won't say it's my primary form of protein intake. I wish it was, but unfortunately, the fact that I don't think it can be grown here in America yet. It's only grown in Canada, and I lament the fact, Joseph, that if hemp protein were to be grown, as say, with the in such a prolific manner, say like tomatoes or apples, not only would the price go down, but a lot of people who are nutritionally unbalanced will be getting access to a form of protein which is not only you feel hearty from eating it, but it also gives you omega-3s and omega-6s. Can you give me some comments about your experiences with the hemp protein and why you also feel that it should be grown legally in America as a vital foodstuff for the people of this land?
Well, one thing is it's one of the original first cultivated food crops ever that man ever used. This used to be a staple for people all over the world, and it's even still some nations like China and Canada does grow too. But yes, this is one of the highest sources of protein, but it's got the omega oils that you need, which most people try to get from fish. But because the fish industry is so messed up and they polluted our oceans, the fish isn't quite what it once was. And so we can't eat as much fish, as people used to and be healthy because you're going to get high minerals. So here we have this wonderful plant that is so prolific. It grows. You don't have to fertilize it. You don't have to, do overwater it. You don't have to baby it. It's an amazing plant. And if they would let the human race in America grow it, then it would wipe out. If we could grow it worldwide, it would wipe out world hunger, world starvation. They wouldn't have to be giving white rice to refugees and spoiled stuff to people like they did in Haiti. That all this stuff they sent down there wasn't really nutritious. Hemp can change. I mean, we eat it every day. We do hemp seed milk. We do hemp seed. There's a hemp seed protein powder, and I mean, you're talking about. You want to build muscle, you want to build strength, you want to feel good. I mean, we call it the brain food because it nourishes your brain and allows us to focus when we study Torah. It allows us to focus when we're studying. We do homeschool with the children. But this is a very essential thing, and it definitely changed my life. And then on top of it, that's just the seed of the plant. We can, after the plant is harvested, then you can go on and make clothes and paper. So we wouldn't have to cut down trees and cause deforestation. We could be using this plant that grows every year to produce all papers. All newspapers could be printed on it. All the computer paper could be printed on it, and it would be doing less harm to the environment. And it's a renewable resource. And my shoes I'm wearing right now are made out of hemp. I have hemp clothes. I don't have all hemp clothes, but one day I would love to. But so here we have the food, the clothing, the shoes, paper. I mean, this is an amazing thing, and I know that it was from the Almighty, and one is going to be used forever.
Beautiful. Joseph, I want to stop here, but hopefully we'll make part 2 in a couple minutes because I don't want us to run over the time and not be able to upload this into YouTube. So in the meantime, this is Don Zusya Goodman from Kesser Crown Heights here on the 21st day of Adar 5,770 years, blazing and grazing into this blessed creation for each and every nation, soulful revelation with blessed and very talented reggae recording artist and fitness coach for me with his wife of valor, Christina, Joseph Israel. So I'd like to wish everyone a beautiful day. Laham Sheikh. Joseph, in 10 seconds, can you sign off for us?
Laham Sheikh. Shalom, shalom. I love everybody, and we look forward to talking again.
Okay.
One love and Hamid Khan.
Amen.